Hello friends, welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Before we get started, as always, please like, comment, subscribe. When I say these things, they are beneficial and they help me. So if I'm helping you, help me. Mainly just hit the like button. That's number one. The more we hit the like button, the more we can get these videos out to help more people, which is the main goal of the channel. Nobody's making any money here. We're just trying to help as many people as we can. So yeah, hit the like button. Feel free to comment if you want to say hi. I'd love to say hi to you. If you want to tell me your story, I'd be very interested to listen. And third and final, subscribe. Be part of the group. Be part of the recovery here. And if you want a little bit more action from the Aaron's Anxiety type family and process, feel free to join us on Facebook. Go to the search in your normal screen, type in Aaron's Anxiety Family, and we'll pop up. And there's plenty of people on there that are in many different parts of their journey. People that are just started in the thicket, trying to figure out should they be taking medication, blah blah blah, to people that are on the other side, like myself, that are kind of away from anxiety and can really lend a helping hand or be that extra little push that you may need to get you through, to keep give you a little good advice. Sometimes you need a third-party perspective to say, hey, you're not in your right state of mind right now, and with a calm head, here's what you need to do. Okay, so check that out. Okay, so the topic of today's video is going to be me addressing why I went from 10 milligrams to 5 milligrams of Lexapro. So I had a video where I brought that up, and the whole video kind of got taken out of context. Some people got it, some people were kind of confused, thinking that I was coming off of Lexapro and to stay off of Lexapro, and that wasn't the case. The video was actually about when Aaron forgets to take his medication after a few days, because it'll happen. I'm like, oh, because I keep hearing in my work truck. So usually on the weekends, I'm not in my work truck. So I forgot. And so when I was in the very first part of anxiety, if I would forget to take the medication, I would be kind of having these uh-oh moments. Uh-oh, I didn't take my medication. I can feel the anxiety burning, blah, 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 blah. And to where now, like a year and a half later, if I don't take the medication, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Eventually, it would be a big deal. But at the very short game, how my body responds to me not taking that Lexapro. And it was it's an interesting video. Check it out if you're interested in that. But let me clarify it. I also came back and did another video saying, hey, that's not what that meant. But I also mentioned, sometimes I talk over myself, and I mentioned that I went from 10 milligrams to 5, but then I didn't address why I went to 5. So here's this video, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Let you guys get back to your day. I was at 10 milligrams for the longest time. My avid subscribers know that. They know that I was taking 5 milligrams of Lexapro around 10 in the morning, and I was taking another 5 at around 5 to 6 o'clock. That way I could space out, the chemical in my head. It'd be a nice even mix into my brain. So I did that for a while, year plus, year and a half, and so within the last month or so, I've only been taking 5 milligrams. And it wasn't a thing like, hey, I woke up one day and was like, oh, I'm going to take 5 milligrams today and I'm going to see how this feels. No, I just kept forgetting to take that second pill at 5. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait till the next day. I'll be back out in my truck. I'll take it again. And I kept doing that and doing it and doing it and doing it. And so I noticed when I very first started doing it that I wasn't more anxious, but I was a little bit more irritable. Like some things would just kind of annoy me a little faster. You feel that little annoyance in your chest, that like that, but it wasn't like horribly bad. Obviously, I am not good as an angry person. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't get angry ever. Sometimes things can anger me, but it's very few and far in between. I'm a kind of a live and let live type person. I don't get angry very often at all. I'm kind of jokey all the time, even when it's inappropriate, even when I shouldn't be joking. That's how my body responds. That's how I cope with bad things, is I joke, okay? And I try to lighten the mood and try to make everybody else feel better, whatever. Anyways, so, wow. I went to 5, and that irritability stayed for like 3 or 4 days. Usually in the afternoons, not like the morning. Because remember, I'm taking the pill in the morning. In the afternoons, that irritability would be there. After a few days, that went away. My anxiety, now it's been like, about a month, and my anxiety isn't any more elevated than what it was. And everything seems to be identical to when I was on 10 milligrams. So, I had a thought in my head, well, I mean, I can always go back to 10 milligrams. My body is really kind of getting used to the changes of the don't do this when you're first starting out, but now that I've been on it for a while, my body's kind of getting used to the changes that it goes through to get from one dosage to the other. And whether you're going up or down, there's going to be side effects up and down. So just know that going in. So unless you've been on it for a while, then you really kind of get used to the medication, and you start to understand the medication and how it's going to interact with your body. So I can always go back up to 10 if I want, but at this point right now, I'm on 5, and I'm fine. Things are great. I'm a month in. 5 is fine. 5 is fantastic. I feel fantastic. And I still have the stresses of life, and they're still not bothering me. But let me clarify. This isn't 100% because of Lexapro. This is because a year ago, when I was in the thicket and things were horrible and I was trying to get out, I spent so much time trying to figure out the stresses in my life, and I would write them down. You have to write it down. Write it down, and then write down, give yourself some room in between each thing you think is stressing you. Write down the steps that you're taking that are going to help this situation go away. So if it's finances, like finances was a big one for me. Those finances, what are the steps I'm taking? Well, I'm consolidating, all of my bills into 1 week, a month, or whatever it could be. I'm on a budget program, whatever. That'll help you tremendously. And I did that to several different things. I bet you I have the sheet here somewhere. It's got to be here somewhere. Maybe at home. I kept that sheet. And it was all the ways that I did that, and it helps. But if you take the medication just to take the medication, thinking it's going to fix it, it won't. You're covering symptoms is what you're doing. And once you come off the medication, those symptoms, they're just going to come back. They're just going to, because the stresses are still there, you know what I mean? If there's somebody flicking you in the nose, flick, 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 and then you shut the door, the front door in their face, and they're outside flicking the front of the door. Well, the door is the Zoloft or whatever, Lexapro, whatever. As soon as you open the door, take away, that guy is still going to be there flicking you in the nose, going flick, 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 flick. You know what I mean? You're not fixing the problem. You need to close the door. And then you need to call the cops on this psycho who's flicking me in the nose. Right? The cops is you. You're the cops. Write down what you're doing. Fix the situation. Address it. This is the only way you're going to be long-term, not short-term, long-term better. Okay? And you want to stay better. Once you get off, you don't want to be back on. You don't want to be in that pharmaceutical game of hopping on and off and on and off. Once you get off, write this pill. If it takes 5 years, it takes 5 years. Write it until you can say successfully that, hey, I think I got it. You can always come back later to the SSRIs if need be. You can try it. Oh, no, that wasn't work. Go back on the SSRI. Work on yourself some more. Just constantly work on yourself, okay? That's very, very important. So for right now, for me, 5 milligrams is fine. If I decide, which I probably won't anytime soon, but if I decide that, hey, I want to see what it's like with no Lexapro. If 5's doing fine, that's like the minimum dosage, basically. If 5's fine, why wouldn't 0 be fine? So if I get to that point, I'm not going to just do that willy-nilly, and I'm not going to do that on my own. I'm actually going to call my doctor, and I'm going to schedule an appointment, and I'm going to talk with him about it, okay? Because I can give you guys firsthand experience, but I can't give you a real doctor's point of view, because there's a lot of things that they think about that we don't, okay? All I'm giving you is my experience, okay? And trying to help you through that. So if that happens, I will keep you guys updated. And but yeah, until next time, friends, I'm gonna leave this video here. I don't have anything else to say. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'd love to help you out. You guys know I'd love to help you out. And yeah, other than that, until next time, I'm Aaron. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next video.